Donald Trump is cruel. He's bigoted. He's small-minded. So how do you fight that? Well, basically it's like The Apprentice just kept going on a global scale because a reality show is one of the things he knows how to do. Building on that, there's something at the core of every single thing he does. He's lazy. He's lazy as hell. He's never had to earn anything. He was given money by his father and ended up in the real estate business in New York. Properties that on the whole have gone up in value consistently. He was a millionaire since he was 8. He never developed a work ethic because he never had to. He doesn't have the muscle for it. His books on the topic of success are all ghost written. When asked about his own favorite book, he said the Bible, but he couldn't quote anything from it. He couldn't even say which testament he favored because he's too lazy to write and too lazy to read. That includes daily briefings and reports to this day. He gets things summed up, and when asked to describe them in public, he becomes a third grader doing a goddamn show and tell. He, like most bigots, have very little curiosity about people and anything that don't directly aid or harm him. It's lazy thinking. He stopped evolving as a person, if he ever did, in the 1970s. When he says he wants to make America great again, this is what he's talking about. White men in charge, or gay men like Roy Cohn are okay as long as they're helpful and keep their lives a secret. Trans people don't exist. Women are there for men, and if they're not beautiful, they're failures. The mob get things done, and laws are just for people without money or power. Jaws, the movie, terrified him to the point that he brings up sharks randomly in unrelated speeches. Once a thought enters his head, he's too lazy for additional information. He made a big deal about sending water down to stop the fires in Los Angeles. He was told it wouldn't arrive anywhere close and wouldn't help, but he was too lazy to change his mind, so it was sent from where it was needed to where it was mostly evaporated and had no effect. Everyone around him knew this would happen, but they also knew it was a waste of their fucking time at best and dangerous at worst to speak up. Just like with every other lazy idea he's ever had. So you might ask, why is he letting Elon Musk run things? Because he's too lazy to do the job he was elected to do. He's not curious enough to care about what his job as president is to learn how to do it. Even after having the job for 4 years, he still should be wearing an "I'm new" button. Not interested at all in being president, only in running for president and being treated as president, having the respect of being president, and especially the immunity of president. Every action he's taken has laziness at its core. He's making government smaller, not because he's a Republican who believes that. He has no fucking political beliefs. He wants it smaller so it's less complicated. Dumbing everything down. He wants things run by him without question because then he doesn't have to learn anything. He puts in unqualified people who will answer to him directly and who don't know much and won't bring him new problems. Just fucking follow orders. He said he hasn't read Project 2025, and I believe him, because he doesn't read. He'll use it if it makes his life easier because someone else has done the work for him. He wants Canada to be the 51st state because he thinks he won't have to negotiate for resources anymore. If he put any effort into that concept, he'd know where are 10 provinces and 3 territories that would each need to be their own goddamn state. But that's way beyond his annexing for dummies plan. Every day there's a new dazzling event for the news to cover. They're distractions, but too dangerous not to deal with. These are stunts and much easier to do than actually solve any problems. They cause crisis after crisis he has no intentions of solving because it's the easy way to look like he's doing something. If he actually dealt with a problem, people could judge the results. He needs to keep throwing more balls up into the air. Even his favorite game, golf, is about doing as little work as possible, and he cheats at that too. So what do? Just be aware that his main motivation is self-preservation, and his secondary is to achieve that with the least amount of effort possible. You need to use that laziness. He literally does not have the ability to do anything difficult, physically or mentally. He doesn't know how to, and when he's required to make any effort, he fails because he can't. Don't let him get away with not answering the hard questions. Don't let him change the subject. When he says he'll do something, don't let him get away with a vague deadline. Don't call him a liar. Call his bluff and get details about his bullshit. When he doesn't achieve what he promised, bring it up. Ask for specifics and don't let up until you get them. Make him do the work. Make him do his job. Act like you believe him so much you want to know more about these great fucking plans. His weakness is his weakness. He gets by on the illusion of strength. Get him to lift something heavy in public every chance you get. America, don't be one of his wives believing his vows at the altar. That's the kind of thing that gets you buried on a golf course. Call out this liar publicly and often. It'll make for great reality television. Because this motherfucker ultimately is America's worst case of diarrhea. I'm Dr. William Lester, and you've been listening to a page out of Project Black Book.